story time. Well, you know, y'all, look, listen. Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Tony. It's Tony. Really, honestly, hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, whenever you see this. You know what? I got on here, y'all, to tell you. I never really told my story about a pregnancy journey. Never really told a story about a pregnancy journey. So I am 32 years young. I am 32 years young. I'll be 33 this year. This is my Jesus year. I'll be 33 this year. And y'all, I had my first child in August of 2024. So he's 5 months now, going on 6 months. I never ever told my story. Honestly. Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. In 2015, I was a senior in college, and I was diagnosed with PCOS. And if you don't know what PCOS is, that is polycystic ovarian syndrome. So I was diagnosed with PCOS at the time. I didn't know what it was either. I just knew I had to go through multiple tests and all before they figured it out. Excuse me. And so anyway, I was diagnosed with PCOS. And honestly, if you know, there's symptoms that come with PCOS, which could be like heavy fatigue. That's why it's like important to watch what you eat and get some exercise and some sunlight, you know, take your vitamins. Also, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, hirsutism, like where you grow excessive hair in different areas and stuff like that. My problem area is like my chin or whatever, but it's not like overbearing, but it still is a problem area. But it could be other areas too. Another thing is you can have hormonal breakouts. So really most of the time when I get hormonal breakouts, it's along my chin line, but it hasn't been excessively bad. I've been trying to keep it balanced, but you know. Another thing will be the fact that when you have those cysts, of course, on your ovaries, they say that you can't have children, right? Wow. Okay, so that's my story. You can't have children. It's not that you can't. It's highly likely that you won't have children on your own without going through like a procedure, like IVF, if you heard of that, and all those some other little procedures that you would have to have assistance from your doctor with. So honestly, I went after that being diagnosed. I went through it's 10 years later now, this year, 2025. So I guess it's time to tell this story. But anyway, I don't really talk about it. Haven't really talked about it unless it was a female or something that mentioned PCOS, and then we would have a conversation. But it wasn't nothing it wasn't nothing. It wasn't anything. We ain't using no double negatives. It wasn't anything that I just naturally would just talk about, because sometimes those type of things is something that you would be embarrassed of, or it's something that you feel like you're going through and not everybody has the understanding of it. So yeah. So it was one of those things where I just never talked about it, right? So anyway, so knowing that other signs would be skipping, like you have irregular periods. Sorry, that was another like sign. You have irregular periods. So or irregular cycles, excuse me. Let's be grammatically correct and yeah, be respectful of everybody. But like you would have oh gosh, my train is out. What in the world? But anyway, you would have irregular cycles, And so, meaning it could skip a month, you know, or skip 2 months, whatever. But you would have them, but not as often. And one thing about me, I didn't really deal with cramps or anything like that. I guess because they were so irregular, I don't know. But I didn't really deal with cramps. But I would have my cycle like every so many months until I was able to start eating right and moving more to have it on a regular basis, okay? So anyway, I say all that to say, yeah, I was a case like that. So how my son came about was, it was crazy because I went through life after being diagnosed thinking I can have children of my own. I would have to schedule that when I have a guy that I would, you know, a man that I would like to be with for life, and that I would want to actually schedule that with, you know, to see the doctor. So I wasn't really pressed about it. I actually was going through life being like the rich auntie. That's how my label, you know, that label that's going around. But it really, like the rich aunt, like whatever my nieces would want, or if I wanted, you know, if ever my nephews wanted something, but definitely if ever my nieces wanted anything, because they're here locally with me. But I would literally just get it. And then I could get them and take them places, but give them back, you know, in return type of thing. So it's like you didn't have to keep them. So anyway, I say all that to say I would go through life like that, right, for a while. And then, honestly, I didn't really, like, get too upset about it for a little while. But then, as I was getting older and before, like, going into my 30s, I think, right, like 29 going into 30, that's when I kind of was like, oh, you know, I would like to eventually start a family. You know, like, I was having those thoughts eventually. It wasn't nothing that was pressing the issue to where it would stop my life. But it was one of those things that I thought about here and there once I started entering into my 30s. Because I was getting older, you know. And so, honestly, me and my boyfriend has been dating for 3 going on 4 years, and I still wasn't even like pressed in thinking about it. What happened was, it was a surprise. He was a miracle, you know. His name is Amir, but he was a miracle. And honestly, I wasn't expecting him. What happened was, I literally thought I was just having my regular irregular periods. What happened was, I literally I went walking one day. Sorry, let me slow down. I went walking one day at the park, and I felt a pain in my lower right. What is that? Like right above your uterus, that little area. I don't know what that's called. That's crazy. But that lower right area, I felt a pain. But now, see, my mind went from thinking I felt a pain to thinking the worst, is what I'm saying. So I thought I had some type of like fibroids or something, because I've read about that, and you know, I've heard about that, I've seen it on YouTube. So fibroids is something that I thought I was experiencing a case of like a massive fibroid growing or something, right? Because I just felt a pain, is what I'm saying, pulling. So anyway, it was bad to the point where I was walking, I'm saying, on the track, and I was like, oh, it was bad. I said, oh, I gotta get back to the car. I couldn't even finish my exercise. Excuse my son in the background, y'all. I couldn't even finish my exercise. I had to go to the car. I called the doctor. I was like, I need to make an appointment. Made an appointment, girl. Went into the appointment. First of all, I went to the appointment by myself. That's first of all. I went to the appointment by myself. Got to the appointment, thinking it was like a, you know, regular checkup type of, like, let's see why I'm having this pain. I explained to them that maybe it could be a fibroid. They was asking me questions. You know how they ask you these pre-screen questions and all that. And then that's when the doctor came in and said, hey, I heard you've been having these pains, but whatever. Do you mind if I take your pregnancy test? I think she was like, do you mind if I take your pregnancy test first, and then we could do everything else we need to do? And I was looking at her like, you know, okay, whatever, yeah, let's do it. So I had to go, you know, pee in a cup and all that. I was like, yeah, let's do it. But I was doing this whole nonchalant, like, we could take it. I'm not pregnant, so let's go do it. It had no signs of pregnancy or anything. Bruh, when I took the test, she came back in there like, yay, we pregnant. And I was like, whoa, hold on. There's a lot of information you're laying on me here, You're laying a lot of information on me right now. So that's the kind of, I'm extra, but that is definitely the reaction I had. I was like, whoa, you're laying it on me heavy right now. Hold on, pause, take a moment. You know what you're telling me, okay? I understand, but at the same time, I don't understand. So she laid it on me heavy like that, and I was like, whoa. And then she was like, and you have exactly, and this was the killing part, y'all. This was the killing. I think this was the killer. Like, it already was like, whoa. Then it was like, this is the killing part. Yeah, and you have three months to get ready. I said, what? 3 months to get ready? Like, 3 months to get ready for what? To have the baby. I was like, I know you lying. Yes, I'm grown. Yes, I got a full-time job. Yes, I have some income, good income, and stable and benefits. Yes, my boyfriend has a job. Yes, he has benefits. But I was like, hold on. You telling me I only have 3 months to get ready. So, she laid it on me heavy. Son, 1 second, y'all. She laid it on me heavy, okay? So I was like, whoa. So the nurse, her nurse came back in after, after everything or whatever, and was like, yeah. So about them fibroids, huh? So, like, they thought it was just hilarious. Like, so about them fibroids. And I was like, bro. I was like, yeah. What about them, right? I was like, what? She was like, congratulations. She was like, that's a surprise. And to find out that you're 6 months along and didn't know. So I was, y'all, it's insane. I wasn't showing. I didn't have any symptoms like morning sickness or anything like that. None of that extra stuff. No crazy cravings. None of it. The first sign was a pain in my side when I went to go exercise. I was going to be active, working out, going to the track near the house. Y'all, yeah, that was insane to me. All that together was insane. So yeah, I went home with this. First of all, while I was there, I called my boyfriend. I'm like, so he thought he knew I was going for the fibroid thing that I thought anyway. He said, I was like, yeah, so guess what? We're pregnant. He was like, whoa, what? No way. He wasn't mad. He was like, no way. I was like, yes, way. That's what the doctor just told me. We just did a pregnancy. I tried to run it down to him. I said, I don't got that much time to run it down to you right now. I got to finish inside these people's office. I called him while I was still in the room. Let me finish it here. Then I can give you the breakdown and run down in the car as soon as I leave out. So he was like, okay, what? So he was like, oh my God. You are? Okay. Oh, what we got to do now? So that's how he was. So it was very much so he was very supportive from the beginning. But what's crazy was, because, he's 4 years older than me. He has an older son that's 10. But he's still, he knows about my PCOS condition. But he always wanted to have a child with me. But we didn't know. We thought we was going to have to go through the doctor, like I said. And he wasn't thinking of it either. So that really was how it was. So, I was just like, what? So anyway, they ended up sending me home with, I had another doctor's appointment coming up in a couple, 2 weeks. Next week for, to do the ultrasound. And then they were laying on me heavy, okay? At first I was already late because I was 6 months into pregnancy already, not knowing. I'm one of those weird stories, one of those wild stories, okay? That, yes, it is possible for someone to not know that they're pregnant until they're far along. Because you know why I say that? Because I've seen so many things where people are like, oh, it's no way someone can't know they're not pregnant. Yes, it is. It's yes way, because I'm one of them. So now I can't even. I used to watch that show as well on TV where it was like, what was it? I forgot what it was called. But when you just find out that you was pregnant and you because they went to the hospital last minute in pain or something and they was in labor, whatever. They didn't know they were pregnant. No, at least I didn't go all the way that way, all the way to 9 months and then had to go into labor. No, I didn't. That wasn't the case. Because after I found out, I probably started showing when I got to month 7. So I started showing at month 7. But what I'm saying is, yes, it's possible to not know you're pregnant until further along. That was my truth, okay? My truth. It was my truth, okay? So, anyway, we see all that to say, my son is a miracle. That's how we came to have him. Yeah, we had to rush everything. When I say we had to rush everything, we literally had to plan. We found out in March. At the end of March, it was going into April. So at the end of March, going into April, we had to get a baby shower together. Mind you, I'm trying to balance life and my full-time job. It was a, event coordinator at the time before becoming the event manager, but event coordinator. Busy work schedule, and then balancing that. But then it was like, before you leave, we don't even know what you do or how you do it. Like, it's like we know what you do because obviously they have guidelines as to what I do as event coordinator, but they're like, we don't know what you do in detail. We need you to help create some SOPs. We need you to build us a document that give us a breakdown of everything you do on a daily, whatever. It became like very much so heavy because it was like I had to get work people together so someone could carry on the mantle. I had to have my life balance. We're trying to plan a baby shower because it's like everybody's like, it's your first child. You can't just skip a baby shower. And it's like, I was like, no, I don't want to just skip the baby shower. But at the same time, I'm like, forget this baby shower. That's exactly how I was feeling. I'm saying, let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Amir has been talking the entire time. But let's just be honest and let's just be real. Right? It definitely was one of those things that was like, forget this baby shower because everything is about to get on my nerves. So anyway, it really did for me. I really was about to be like, forget it. But I'm glad I pushed through. But I'm saying, I had assistants. I had a team that was helping me, which was my best friends, my boyfriend's, both his sisters, my cousin, my first cousin, Ashley. I had a list of people that were actually being of assistance to me, who were helping me. All I was like, I need y'all to help me plan this because I'm gonna get overwhelmed, and I'm gonna give the money. Whatever services that we have and whatever that I need there to be present, I have a budget. My budget is $3,000 for this baby shower, and I have the money. But I just cannot mentally take on the entire planning because obviously I do. It's crazy because I do that for work. But I was like, I can't do it for my personal life right now. Like, that's the overwhelming that came. Then I was like, I'm preparing, trying to keep my mental sane, trying to stay spiritually in line, trying to talk to God about it, trying to, at the time, right before having him, I was actually living with my mom and her husband. So, living in their house, trying to make sure that I stay respectable in there, paying bills at the same time. I had my own bills, plus I paid them for staying there because I'm grown with a full-time job, right? It was just the life. It was like life was happening. But what's crazy? God remained faithful and God stayed faithful. He always supplied my every single need through the entire thing, okay? But I saw it as a representation of birth. You're birthing something, right? Not just birthing my baby boy, which I call God's baby, but also birthing something in your life. I was like, man, I gotta stay faithful. God is faithful. First of all, he allowed me to conceive naturally when the doctor said that you have PCOS, you won't be able to conceive naturally. You have to go through IVF. You have to go through a whole, we have to have some consultations. We have to talk about this. You and your partner have to come in. And it was just like this huge thing. But God remained faithful, like I said, through all of it, through it all. But I came on here because I want y'all to know my story that I do have a beautiful baby boy, but he's a miracle baby. And it's so funny because his name is Amir, right? And everybody was talking, like my mom and everybody else was talking about like how he's a miracle, this and that, because my mom knows my story about the PCOS, so she was telling other people, my family, friends, whatever, when we had our reveal call, because things were moving like fast, okay, like lightning when it was before it was time to have him, right? Time was like flying is what I'm saying. So So anyway, and then my boyfriend was like, did you name him that on purpose? And I was like, honestly, I didn't even think about his name being Amir and a miracle start, like A space miracle, the word A and then miracle. Not knowing that, wasn't even thinking about it being like Amir. You know what I'm saying? A miracle. I didn't think about that. I was like, I want his name to be, I researched some boy names and I was like, I want his name to be Amir. And then I want his name to be spelled with 2 A's, just like his dad's name is Aaron with 2 A's, right? So Aaron, Aaron, Amir, Aamir. That's all I was thinking. And then his middle name is Sol, Sol. And I only did Sol because I think about the sun and the solar system. So I was like, Sol, Sol. But yeah, I wasn't thinking about him, the miracle part. But yes, he's definitely a miracle. And he's a wonderful, a blessing to our lives. But yeah, y'all, my story was crazy, man. I don't talk about this often, you know. I definitely talk about PCOS often. Maybe I need to talk about my PCOS journey in general often. And I need to talk about how God actually, God is the reason why he's here. And God is the reason why I'm still going and still navigating through PCOS life after birth, so postpartum, you know. So yeah, God is faithful, y'all. God is faithful, okay? But y'all, when I tell you that was the craziest story ever, it felt like my life was fast-tracked in 3 months. Like, it was fast-tracking. Yeah, it was definitely fast-tracking. Because I was at the point, like I told you, I was about to say, forget this baby shower. Forget this. Let me focus on just the birth of my baby. Purchase him some clothes. Purchase what I need to purchase him. But I'm so glad I did have the baby shower because, y'all, he is so blessed. Amir is so blessed with multiple things. All clothing items from all different sizes, shoes, toys, lotion, shampoo, and bath wash and shampoos. I haven't had to buy bath wash, shampoo, and all that, or lotion since, you know, the baby shower. I just started buying the first box of diapers, literally. I went and bought a box of diapers yesterday. So we were still living off of baby shower stuff. Now he's growing, of course, when it comes to clothes wise. He still have bigger items, but for his middle right now size, I had to pick up a few things like that. But he had everything. They gave him bed, changing, a changing station, bouncers, walkers. He was blessed with three bassinet sets. Oh my God, they went all out for Amir, okay? All out for Amir. But excuse Amir. Excuse him in the background, y'all. But yeah, I'm just letting y'all know that it's possible to not know that you're pregnant until further along, but it's also possible to get pregnant even with PCOS. But like I said, it's a certain way you have to eat. Your mind has to be right. Low stress, you know, low cortisone levels. You need to be stress-free. And at the time, I guess I was living good and not being that stressed, and I was comfortable, and things were, you know, I was all right, making decent money. Like I said, my own huge responsibility was really myself overall at the time. But yeah, I can't complain. But all I know is that, yes, it is possible. But y'all, that's the end of this story. I just wanted to tell my story from PCOS to pregnancy. From PCOS to pregnancy. It definitely happened, and it definitely can happen. You can ask me questions. If you have any questions about this, please go ahead and ask questions, because I might not even be stating every single thing, but I was trying to give you an idea of how my life had fast-tracked. And it's so crazy because the year before, in 2023, I just had said I had worked, well, how I said it was, excuse my language, I had worked my ass off, is what I said. But I really had worked my tail off. Like, I really had worked, you know, a lot. In the event world, it was like 15-hour days, 12-hour days. Oh, my. I need to tell y'all the story about just the story of pregnancy and being in the work environment. That could be a whole different, separate video. We could talk about that. Because, baby, we can talk about that. It's some details that I can definitely share with you all. And I would love to share with you all, I should say. I would love to share it with you all. Because at the end of the day, if I can help someone with telling my story, let me be that person to help you. But PCOS to pregnancy was possible. But you all have a great day. I hope you was able to hear everything I was saying, because I am washing and drying again in the background. Plus, got baby boy right here in the background as well. But I hope you were able to hear this entire story. Like I said, if you have any questions or anything, drop it in the comments. We still on the road to 1K, y'all. Still on the road to 1K. Okay? Still on the road to 1K. So, I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And we're going to keep going, because this is only the beginning. And consistency is the name of my game. Let's do it. Like I said, we're thriving in 2025. So, I hope you're here for the journey. And I'm sorry I gotta keep looking at my lips, because I don't have my chapstick right by me or my lip gloss. That's my fault. My lips are getting extremely dry. But anyway, don't let your lips be dry. Put you some chapstick and some lip gloss on. Y'all have a great one. Talk to you all soon.